Good day, students. Welcome back to my channel. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. For today's lesson, we have solving quadratic equation by extracting the roots. Did you know that there are incomplete quadratic equations that can be solved using square root property? Square root property states that for any real numbers a and b is greater than or equal to 0 if a squared is equal to b squared, then a is equal to b. Let's have examples. Number 1. X squared minus 9 is equal to 0. So we need to eliminate negative 9. So we eliminate it by adding 9 to both sides by using addition property of equality. So it will become x squared minus 9 plus 9 is equal to 0 plus 9. By simplifying that, we have x squared is equal to 9. And then, we need to square both sides using square root property. Square root of x squared is equal to square root of 9. By simplifying that, we'll have x is equal to positive and negative 3. So that will be the roots of x squared minus 9 is equal to 0. Let us check if positive and negative 3 is correct. Let's substitute 3 to the given x in the equation. 3 squared minus 9 is equal to 0. Then 9 minus 9 is equal to 0. Finally, we have 0 is equal to 0. That means positive 3 is the root of x squared minus 9. The other one is negative 3. Negative 3 squared minus 9 is equal to 0. 9 minus 9 is equal to 0. And then we have 0 is equal to 0. That means negative 3 is the root of x squared minus 9. Number 2. 2x squared minus 72 is equal to 0. So we need to eliminate negative 72 by adding 72 to both sides using addition property of equality. By simplifying that, we'll have 2x squared is equal to 72. And then we need to eliminate 2. We eliminate 2 by dividing both sides into 2. Using division property of equality. So we'll have 2x squared over 2 is equal to 72 over 2. By simplifying that, we'll have x squared is equal to 36. Then we need to square both sides using square root property. Square root of x squared is equal to square root of 36. By simplifying that, we'll have positive and negative 6. So that will be the roots of 2x squared minus 72 is equal to 0. Let us check if positive and negative 6 is correct. Let's substitute positive 6 first. We'll have 2 multiplied to 6 squared minus 72 is equal to 0. Then it will become 2 multiplied to 36 minus 72 is equal to 0. Then 72 minus 72 is equal to 0. Finally, we have 0 is equal to 0. That means positive 6 is the root of 2x squared minus 72 is equal to 0. Next, let's substitute negative 6. It will become 2 multiplied to negative 6 squared minus 72 is equal to 0. Then we'll have 2 multiplied to 36 minus 72 is equal to 0. And then 72 minus 72 is equal to 0. Finally, 0 is equal to 0. That means negative 6 is the root of 2x squared minus 72 is equal to 0. Let's move on with number 3. X squared is equal to 4 over 9. This time, we can now square both sides using square root property. Square root of x squared is equal to square root of 4 over 9. By simplifying that, we have x is equal to positive and negative 2 over 3 because square root of 4 is 2 and square root of 9 is 3. You can do checking by your own. Number 4. X plus 1 squared is equal to 25. Again, we can now proceed by squaring both sides using squared property. Square root of x plus 1 squared is equal to square root of 25. So we'll have x plus 1 is equal to positive and negative 5. This time, we'll have two equations. The first equation is x plus 1 is equal to 5 and the other one is x plus 1 is equal to negative 5. Let's have first the x plus 1 is equal to 5. By simplifying that, we need to remove positive 1 from x by subtracting both sides in 1. So we'll have x plus 1 minus 1 is equal to 5 minus 1. Using subtraction property of equality. To simplify that, we'll have x is equal to 4. Same with the right side. We need to eliminate 1 by subtracting 1 to both sides. So we'll have x plus 1 minus 1 is equal to negative 5 minus 1. Using again subtraction property of equality. To simplify that, we'll have x is equal to negative 6. You can do checking by your own. Remember this. To solve an incomplete quadratic equation by extracting the root, solve for the square of the unknown, and then find the square root of the both members of the equation. Thank you for listening. God bless.